So here in this slide, you can see an example of polymorphism. Well, for the sake of easy understanding, I am using the same parent class that we have used before. That is our BMW car class, which is our parent class, or you can call it a base class. And it has three different functions. The first one is make engine, which is printing 380 horsepower, then a make interior function which is printing leather covered seats, and finally a make body function which is printing fiberglass and white color. Now in the previous slides, when we have discussed inheritance, you can remember that we have not written any code in this place. So we have basically inherited the BMW 320 class using this extends keyword, which is a child of BMW car. But we really did not uh, write any code inside the class so that the child class could use the default implementation. But this time we are interested to re-implement all these different functions, re-implement the default behavior, or let's say the overwriting all the functions. So let us do that and let us see what happens. So here basically let us consider another different model, or let's say a little bit high-end model called BMW 320X drive model, which is again extending the general purpose BMW car. But this time, since it is a little bit high-end model, it added some extra feature on the engine. The extra feature is instead of 380 horsepower in the default BMW car, it changed it to 400 horsepower. And also in interior, also BMW 320i X drive made some changes. That is, it added weather control on top of the leather covered seat. That is, over the default behavior, it made some changes over here. And so these two functions are basically overwritten in this child class BMW 320X drive. And what we have done, these make body, let's say this car 320X drive did not make any change in the make body. So it just kept the default implementation of the BMW car. So we just skipped the implementation of the make body function. So now what will happen? In order to test the program's behavior, which function is actually executing, whether it is child's function or parent function, we can do that inside this my class, my car class. Inside this my car class, I have the main function from where the program will start executing. And inside this main, as you can see, I have created an object of BMW 320X drive, that is the child class. And this is the name of the object, my BMW underscore 320X drive. And this is how I have just created an object of the child class. And after that, what I am doing is using this object and the dot operator, I am calling the all the functions. So first I have called this my BMW 320X drive dot make engine function. Then I have called the make interior function, and finally I have called the make body function of this child classes object with this child classes object. So in the first two function, that is in make engine and make interior, you will notice whenever you will run this program, you will notice that it executed the modified implementation inside this child, that is changed to 400 horsepower, which is this one. Then make interior, whenever you will execute this program, this line will basically print this child implementation, that is add weather control on leather covered seat. So basically, if since you have re-implemented or overwritten, or in the object oriented terminology, overridden all the both the functions make engine and make interior inside child, it will get the child's implementation and it will be executed. But the third function, which is make body, for which we have skipped the re-implementation, we did not re-implement it in the child, it will still get the parent's behavior, I mean the parent's default implementation, which is nothing but fiberglass and white color. So here, since it is not implemented, although I am using the child object, since make body is not re-implemented inside the child, it will still get the parent's behavior, parent's default implementation. Since child is not modified, the parent is executed. So this is, you can say something like, whenever these lines are executing in the back end, they basically move, the program control basically starts searching upward. You can say something like this. Whenever from this class, so whenever it will get the implementation, it will execute that one. For easy understanding, you can think of this. So for example, like let's say this make engine function. So it started searching from the upward from 320x drive, and it found this one as the first implementation in the inheritance tree, and it executed the child's function. The same for make interior. While traversing or while searching upward, it got this add weather control on leather covered seat first, and it executed it. And on the other hand, this make body, again for this also it started searching upward, but since there is no implementation over here, it came all the way to the parent, and here it found an implementation of make body, and this one is executing. So here polymorphism means if you have overridden some function and if you skip the overriding of some function, basically whenever you will try to execute the function, it starts a search in the upward direction from here, and whenever the first implementation that it will get, it will be the first implementation of the function that the program control will get, that will be executed. And that's why the make engine is executing the child, make interior also is executing the child, and make body, since child is not modified for that function, it is executing the parent.